Hey everybody, welcome back to the Outer Worlds, Spacer's Choice Edition. Last time, on the last episode, we got done here at Stellar Bay and the surrounding areas here in Monarch. And now we are going to see Phineas Wells. And so we'll get right into that.
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it
The transmission is complete, Captain.
When did she mention that? You mentioned an ether wave drama. I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
Oh yeah, I guess she did mention that.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Alright, Mr. Ludovico. What can I do for you?
Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
And your first thought was to come to me? What does this have to do with me? You can ask. I mean, Bees explained that.
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
I'm having trouble seeing the death of a 2-bit actor as an assault on the colony. I was shaken by the news myself. Helen brought a lot of joy to this colony. I've never heard of Sublight Underground.
Don't worry. You and I are going to become very close acquaintances. I run the Grand Colonial Hotel and Perea Spaceport. Ludovico and I are business partners, in a manner of speaking. Eridanos is our shared responsibility.
Eridanos is not our shared responsibility. Eridanos is my responsibility, to which you and your organization have latched on like a parasite.
Please, Lou. Sublight Underground is built on discretion. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give her the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract. Because I promise you, I'll win.
I mean, did they have nowhere else to go? I understand it's probably the DLC and I just did it a little early, but... Gentlemen, please. As far as I'm concerned, you're both idiots. Can we get back to the point here, please?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Honest to law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're a talented diplomat. You know how to ask questions, and you have a gift for getting answers without resorting to violence. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Inspector Nova. I like the sound of that. Shouldn't this be the constable's job? Constable? Just how many people are involved in this communication?
I hate to admit it, but I'm a little out of my depth here. I'm used to dealing with rowdy VIPs from Byzantium, not murder. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
I'll come lounge around and then decide. I don't know. We'll see if it's in my area, or if I'm in the area.
I encourage you to consider this offer seriously. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Halem must have been pretty popular if her death could put an end to your operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
You seem competent. You could have dealt with this. She just told us why she wasn't going to, I guess, but we'll say it anyways. I'll say she sounds a bit worn out.
Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
Them. They're not very likable. Alright, I've got everything I need. Well, we can talk to her.
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
Those two seem to have some issues.
The administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
You seem competent enough. You could have dealt with this.
I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The law is simple. Politics are complicated.
Well, just relax. They're nothing I can't handle.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Alright, I think I have everything I need then.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex.
I don't know why they are trusting me to catch Halcyon's Helen's killer.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Thanks. Putting that one last. What can you tell me about Eridanos?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos Atmospheric Complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Potentially. Alright, well, thanks for that, Ada. And we level up. We can do... And we have perks to get. Improvised weapons. Well, we don't really use improvised weapons. Maybe later, but... Reduce the detection radius of enemies when you have no companions. Small amount of melee damage you deal. I don't use melee weapons. All area of effect. Plasma. Your ranged attacks reduce the target's armor rating by 1 point per hit. This effect lasts a short time and can stack multiple times. So, the ranged attacks inflict 1 armor rating damage for 10 seconds and can stack up to 10. Try that maybe. Oh, that one's nice. Well, you know what? We'll go with this one for now. After killing an enemy, your weapons sway. We read that one. Headshot kills explode, damaging nearby enemies. That one's pretty good too. I'll stick with the one I've got highlighted. That one for now, but I like the other ones, so let's give her that one. Without even looking at it, give her this one. Toss ball weapons. Well, I think I've given him one. Max. Its ability bypasses of the target's armor rating. That's nice. Sam. While Sam is in your party, you and your companions take from N-Ray. Cool. We need to visit Phineas, though. So, okay, so what we need to do Going to the journal. We can go to here first. Although we are much closer to Eridanos, but that's okay. We'll go back to the Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Thank you. And then we will go and turn in some of our things. I think it's the only one that we have to turn in, to be honest, is this one, so... Wait a minute, Oops. Let's just go. We just gotta go here and talk to, I think her name is Lilia.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste arrangement.
At Sublight over here. Hello.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
$2,000 bits only? The height of ambition for us all, wouldn't you say?
You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
In case you were curious, no one was following me. Do you always send your first-timers into certain peril?
I guess you're just one of the lucky ones. Look on the bright side. You just started and you're already on the path to a promotion. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine sounds pleased as a pig in shit over cornering the Borst markets. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
I could have sworn one of them winked at me. Depends on what you mean by strange. No, why?
I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know?
You doing okay, Lilia?
I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. They're gonna salvage me a space station.
Ooh.
Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Yeah, it sounds cool, I guess. Just point me in the right direction. How did a research station become salvage? This sounds risky. Not interested. Okay, we'll ask her about it.
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
Very well. Point me in the right direction.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
You're being cryptic again. Who are you worried about? Authorities? Competitors? It'd be actually nice to know.
Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark.
Is it, though?
I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right, and I'll clue you in. But right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Okay, well, we will. Well, we get another job from Sublight. It would make sense that I watched the video that we just watched after doing this, you know, a little while. Then it would be like, oh, you know, the reputation's gotten around, kind of a thing, but that's okay. Maybe she said it beforehand. Maybe she heard the news about us doing stuff. That one's the Void. We need to go back to, whatchamacallit, too. The Groundbreaker's backup communication went offline. Needs to be repaired. We don't need that one. That one's off the Groundbreaker. That's on Scylla. Grant access to the station. That's the one we just got. So we do need to go to Emerald Vale. Okay, so we gotta go to Emerald Vale. Okay, we need to visit Phineas as well. But nothing else is on the Groundbreaker, so we can leave here.
Near maple syrup. It's near
Here actually is what I do need. Let's go here. We need to go to Fallbrook. Is it on Monarch? No, it's not. It's not. I don't think.
Dead center.
Oh, I mean, Roseway. That's right. We're gonna go to Roseway and talk to that scientist before I forget, because it's on
We're
our
now in
quest
orbit
log.
above Roseway, Captain.
Thank you. We'll bring some muscle.
Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah, I suppose.
I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. Makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
This is like oh, this is about Graham.
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
Don't go looking for role models, Felix. You're just asking to be lied to. He was sorry for what he did. Graham was a piece of trash. He's dead now. It doesn't matter. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Not me either.
You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Never. Graham wasn't the one who killed all those people. He just allowed it to happen. Sure, yeah, I guess, for the right price. No, never.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Yeah. Okay, let's just, let's fast travel, please, to here. And then, we can talk to that scientist. Where was he? In here. Hey, what up, dude?
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
I did. What did you mean by an item of great value?
Aha. I knew that'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
I don't understand. Why are you giving me this?
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to put it to good use. Well, let's see what we got. The Altinature. At, 220 energy. It's a unique weapon. We'll put it in our safe, at least for now. The region map. Interior of the Unreliable, please. We already...
You're adjusting before you pull. Anticipate.
We will put it in here. We gotta put all that away. Oof. We're gonna sell that. Okay, so let's put all of our food and stuff away in the
It's on account of your stance.
kitchens.
You want to lean into it, embrace it, work with it. You're in control of our body, not the gun.
We should probably go through some of this stuff and see what we actually are going to use. Don't use a whole lot of it. Just getting rid of it now
Don't
so
let
that
a
we
hunk
can
of metal
have
jerk you
more
around.
space.
You've been around powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten sal tuna down the conveyor while I'm trying to tune a belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hips square. Lean forward a little. It's just equipment, and you're just an engineer using it.
Ah!
Okay. We'll try again later. You'll get it. I promise.
Okay, we are going to visit Phineas.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Should I go in with Sam? No. We shall go in alone. The expansion site. We might end up doing whatever's closest for now. For now, we're gonna just worry about Phineas and then
Hello?
go on.
Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
So Seems like the closest door is here.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself.
Seem a mite touchy there, mate.
Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Reminder. Scrape off electro-fried sprats. Yeah, good reminder. What? Why are you behind that?
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
I've really become a criminal right away. Just tell me what to do. What's so important about these chemicals? Well, we know why we want them, so that's not... what was that about, Minister Clark, you said?
Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line.
We know what that is. You make it sound so simple.
Oh, I understand it must seem impossible to you. Infiltrate Byzantium, the crown jewel of the colony. Steal a batch of rare chemicals from a heavily guarded estate. In order to do the impossible, you must first divide it into a series of smaller, less impossible tasks.
So what's the plan then?
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Anything I should know about Carmen?
You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
Actually, there was something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Of course, of course. What's on your mind?
Is there some reason you're behind that glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Well, do you still have a moment to talk about stuff?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Don't you ever leave your lab?
Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia.
Oh, funny. He did leave, however, because he went to go and get us. That's not what I meant. Do you have some kind of life outside of this work?
Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
Why are you so obsessed with reviving those colonists?
Because we've lost our way. The board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you. People who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense.
Right, but I mean, what are they gonna do? Yeah, but you revived me, so you must have solved the problem.
Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the Hope. Get it?
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Everyone on the Hope is depending on us.
We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading. I've heard those iconoclasts have a rather smashing opinion of you. Get it? Smashing? Iconoclasts? Oh, never mind. What's on your mind? Absolutely.
Well, never mind. Alright, well, I guess we can take a look around Phineas's lab here. We'll just start from this side.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray.
Oh.
Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Well, thank you. Oh, wait, this is the thing that Hawthorne wanted. He wouldn't give to him. Reminder, mop up melted pig. Gross. Tamed canid. Well, nothing's stolen here. Let's see what's in here. Messages. We can hack to bypass the password to H. Blythe. Sending, no response, no response. Case, cause undetermined, original message, appended. I worked it out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a new associate, Dirtside, Terra 2, near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done. Signed P. And that's it.
Be careful, that's my communications terminal.
Looks like we can't get into this door. Got a lot of stuff in here we can take. For now, we can stay on the bottom floor and continue to look at stuff. Reminder, 14. Remember it this time. Absolutely vital. 14, 14, 14.
The cysty pigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious.
Let's see our cool new weapon. Only 47, but it, created by Dr. Phineas Wells, this handheld device is capable of shrinking any living being it is fired at. On the bottom of the grip, Dr. Wells has personally signed the weapon and optimistically numbered it 001. Oh, that's cool. He is a pretty messy guy, huh? Okay, I can calculate the movement of the heavenly bodies, but not the madness of men. Newton. Experimental notes. 01173. Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Rate of explosive cell death, a very respectable 6%. The bad news, difficult to acquire, limited quantities of compound, likely produced by Auntie Cleo, recently discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. Must find more. 00938 at 0012. Artificial stasis successfully induced in cystopig specimen at 2:17 in the morning. Revivification complicated. Cystopig tissue returned to living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nucleation. Attempting treatment at 5:58 in the morning. Treatment progressing at 8:20 in the morning. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. And at 8:51, explosive cell death. At 9:49 in the morning, finished cleaning liquefied remains of cystopig from laboratory floor, walls, and equipment. Logs experiment 01083. Fresh out of Auntie Cleo's, experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified creamer substitute. That was at 2:16 in the morning, so 2:18 in the morning. Finished brewing, adding 2 ounces of Spacer's Choice. 2:20. Atrocious. Felt part of self die on the inside. Reminder, add Spacer's Choice to the list. Note to self, number 2, buy more mouthwash. Cystopig notes. Have spared one of my stock of experimental cystopigs to be used as renewable source of nourishment. Have named this lucky Pig Bubbles. Giving an animal a name establishes a rapport and creates a positive emotional bond. Allegedly improves flavor of tumors. Must look into that. Excellent creatures, cystopigs. Don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcine succulents. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumors that ripen naturally, falling off the flesh like mock apples off a tree, seems the height of barbarity. Truly a miracle of modern science. So that's why they're all big and gross like that. And I mean, the picture kind of showed they're peeling those things off, and that's what the Borstwurst are made of. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it is or whatever. It sounds disgusting. It sounds like it would be disgusting, like the whole process in general. Personal files. We can bypass this one as well. The password is SWH181942. Personal logs 01037. Have procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he didn't name his ship after the quality of his service. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod as soon as the revival process is complete. Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Law willing, he isn't a total buffoon. Got science-y notes thrown everywhere. Oh, I'll take that.
Ah, your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
I understand. Oops. Dehibernation experimentation notes. Raising core temp another 5 degrees Celsius over 1 hour. Dosage appears to be working. Slight diffs from process in cystipigs, not beyond expected boundaries. Microscopic assessment shows no sign of sudden traumatic mass cell wall collapse. It's encouraging. Reminder, still need to mop up pig. Need to get a view into the cranium, see what's going on with the neurons. Oops, hand slipped. Likely effects. Nothing important. May have numbness in left heel. Who even needs that? Looking at sample, evidence of hibernative production, hyperactive production of dopamine and norepinephrines? Whatever. Curious. No evidence of entropic effects on neurons, however. V. Excited. Now, if only I can keep them from exploding. Raising core temperature another 5 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. Oops, I forgot. I had probe in brain jostled with elbow. What? Subject may suffer numbness in right earlobe. Acceptable. Feel ridiculous telling. Mostly frozen slab of meat. You're doing fine. Nova. Practicing bedside manner is important. Aids in the recovery. Curious about that neurochemical production. Side effect of prolonged hibernation. Subject may experience tachypsychia, exaggerated fight or flight response, checked brainwave, found sharp uptick in perceptive cognitive processing when I jostled the probe. Fascinating equivalent to speed of common fly's brain. Could be useful in stressful situations. Subjective time dilation. See world moving in slow motion. Would everyone from Hope have this sort of brain damage, or is it peculiar to Nova? Can't wait to awaken more of Hope. Study in detail. Is it even right to call this effect brain damage? Seems like an enhancement to me. Who wouldn't want on-call hyper-fast cognitive response? I am envious. Or am I envious? To expand the span of a breath to an eternity. To be able just for a moment, to perceive the world in all its infinite detail. Core temp up, still stable, no signs of cell wall decay, neurological necrosis, beginning next 5 degrees Celsius over, or maybe it's 5 Cs. He said rising temps before, so it was a little bit whatever. I figured it was degrees in Celsius, but beginning next 5 Cs over 1 hour cycle. Yes, I believe I do envy you, Nova. He's got all kinds of stuff, not just science-y tools, but pipe wrenches and other things of that nature. His buddy the pig. You spent over 4 decades in space with nothing but this technology, or the technology of this little chamber keeping you alive. The rest of your fellow colonists are still trapped in similar chambers, waiting for you to restore them.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
This was the thing he pulled us from. Reminder, obscure body in the SK system. Reminder, buy a ladder. For what? Oh, cool, we can pick up the posters. What's this? Reminder, seals leak, never use this pod.
You know that escape pod has a 12% risk of catastrophic failure. Quite safe by Halcyon standards.
12% of a catastrophic failure? Well, we'd hope that it'd be 0, but whatever. Look at you. Extinguish plasma cutter before returning to pocket. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think he has anything else to say to us.
You've done fine work for Sublight. By the transitive property of reputation, I am now in Sublight's good books. Well done.
Oh, very nice.
What's on your mind?
Looks like it worked for both of us.
Absolutely. Let's talk.
And then we have nothing to say, so I guess we can head on out. We've already read this, yeah? Okay, yeah. He's got stuff everywhere. That appears to be his space vessel. He cannot get to it. Let's discover a little bit more real quick though. Oh, here we go. Here's something. Inspect immediately before signing for merchandise. It is your responsibility to note any damage on all copies of freight bill. Contents: 2 live cystipigs, various loose cysts, expected side effects of shipping. Fin: no idea what you need all of these darn things for, but supplier is hiking up prices. Expect more increases in the future. Before you ask, there's no rebate for order in bulk. Next delivery in 4 weeks unless I hear otherwise. In 3, you hear. You end up with pigs stacked to the rafters again. It's not my fault. He said something else, but we'll say fault. Looked into the flux thing, but no hits yet. Sent along the greeting card from our dear auntie. Don't tell me what you want it for. I don't want to know. Lilia. Oh, Lilia. That's nice. My dearest pain in the butt. As requested, another load of Sistapigs. Supplier gave me a bit of a hassle. I reminded him that Sistis can't breed. They can only be made with that weird gas the lab coats use. He still raised the prices. Pass it along to your buyer, I guess. You ever going to come visit? Got a nice bottle of the 43 set aside for you. Your most favored pork provisioner, Malin. We've actually met most of these people. Made sure your latest batch of bottled meat didn't get eaten on the way in. Killed a pack of rats to do it. Usually charges apply. Your supplier wasn't happy. Might want to have a frank discussion with him, Nyoka. See? Suspicious about all these items you claim to need for off-world buyers. You're setting up a farm of your own, aren't you? Breeding stock. The king won't have it. Signed, the king. We put an end to the king, so that should be his last letter. Well, we can't go too far in here. There is lots of space, though. Look at all that. It's crazy. He should probably fix some of this stuff. And that's clearly a fire. Alright. Well, we're done talking to Phineas, so I think we'll go to whatever's closest. I've acquired a poster. Now that Zora's in charge, the Iconoclasts have a fighting chance at surviving and spreading from Monarch. Sanjar donated this after you helped MSI. That's cool. Antibiotics. Courtesy of Auntie Cleo's abandoned Roseway lab. CNP Borst Factory. Do me proud, and I shall shower you in Borstwurst and gold. Cross me, and I will serve your head on a silver platter with mushroom gravy, signed by the Borstwurst, King of Monarch himself. Well, we saw how that went. Mounted Mantiqueen head. What better to establish dominance over an alien ecosystem than by hunting its most dangerous predator and mounting its head on your wall? Oh, that's cool. That's really awesome.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
Yeah, sure. What's this? Torn from Graham's jacket, Zora sent this to you with a note. I thought a keepsake might dull the pain, but it hasn't. Graham may have been a psychopath, but he still built the foundation for the movement I'm trying to keep alive. Maybe there was another way, I don't know. I've got to let it go. Abandon all hope for a better past, he used to say. Take it with my thanks. You ever want a beer? Stop by Stellar Bay. Signed, Z. They say I had a stopwatch or something. Message for Nova. Jay Tennyson. June Lay. Parvati. I don't do this ever, so here goes. There's this engine, see? And it hums real nice, like a box of cats playing with mice. But she's coughing and hacking up sludge, 'cause there's a blockage that just won't budge. This is the poem that she wrote to her. What's an engine to do? Then this wrecker strides in like a shark, hair all done up and fancy and dark. She feels a spasm in her compression alternator, trembling 'cause it's aching to meet her. What's an engine to do? I've got, 5 more stanzas mapped out, but I'm having trouble rhyming some of the parts, so I'll get back to you on that. JT, please don't. Jay Tennyson again. To Parvati. Why are we getting these? We were talking about old friends, you know, and I got to thinking about Isabel. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. We were a mess. A good mess, but a mess. I'm a better me than I was then. Oh, I'm a better me than I was then. Wanted you to know, even when I drink too much of the old family recipe, you're pretty swell, party tea. Darn you, insta spell check. Meet my wrench. Too tired. Just gonna put my head down for... Okay, but nobody really types like that. It's just... Well, they might type like that, but it's not quite like that. Anyways, my room's getting pretty decorated here. That's pretty cool. Let's look at everybody else's. Nothing on his walls. Bypass shunts and mag picks. This Parvati's room, nothing crazy changed in there. Max. I think this is, I've already been in here. That's, Felix's room.
Okay. So I was watching this program. You know Princess of Hephaestus? That late show about the freedom fighter with a pure heart? Right
hook.
Heart, Miss Yuko.
Haven't seen this, I don't
think. That's the episode with Ruth Bellamy, right? Been meaning to catch that.
The anatomy poster, Nyoka is single-handedly responsible for a 10% drop in the population of terror rays in Monarch. Anatomy poster, things that have been found in the digestive system of a common raptidon. Intact cans of Spacer's Choice Saltuna, other smaller raptidons, bottle of purpleberry wine, bit carts, and the remainder of last season's Auntie Cleo's darlings. Lots of booze in this room. What's this we got? Encased trip blade. Strike with this and you'll feel it going up your arm and into your shoulder. Never once let me down. Signed, Nyoka. A raptidon named Frida. Nyoka has scrawled the name Frida into this otherwise pristine, preserved raptidon head. Framed photograph of Nyoka's crew. A faded photograph of Nyoka with her hunter crew. Etched into the back in a muddy red is the word Sharon. Unlocks the perk, the crew, for Nyoka. And more booze I see. Well. Clean it up. Wow, it is pretty nice in here. Drinking that or what?
Can we talk?
I'll climb, thank you.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Do you have a problem?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to continue our conversation from before.
Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated. Was there another topic on your mind?
Are you sad when you remember Hawthorne? We don't need to discuss Alex directly, but I was wondering how he improved your design.
Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields, while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning.
Where did you come from originally?
The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did. How can I be of assistance?
What else are you going to say? No, that's it.
I'll be here.
Oh, can we learn more about the
Welcome back,
colony?
Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony? How can I be of assistance? I request you to...
We cannot. Okay. Phineas's contact is on... It's on Terra 2. Byzantium's on Terra 2? What the heck? We're on his planet. You know, let's see, what else? We have some stuff that we need to get done in other spots. I don't want to keep on procrastinating on things. See, this one we'll do at some point, but we should do these first. Okay, well, you know what? For now, we can decide which one to do. Weapons from the Void. We got that one. We just need this one. But I don't know where this one is. We can do this one maybe. Where's that one? So we can go to the relay. We can go to this. We could go back here and figure that one out. Ice Palace. The override cartridge will hand over control of the station systems to Sublight, legitimizing Lilia's claim over the salvage. Starcross Troopers. We do need to do this one. And that's been a while, so let's do the relay. Oh, hold on. Yeah, relay. Go ahead. We're just going to fly around the galaxy a little bit. It's not going to take any time at all.
I'm receiving an urgent docking request from another vessel.
Great.
Greetings from the Halcyon Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship.
Alright, well, I guess.
With alacrity. Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your cargo hold in accordance with hazardous waste disposal procedures.
They did what?
They dispensed 3 complimentary spritzes of Anti-Cleo's Citrus Squirt Air Freshener. That's the HPS touch for you, Captain Hawthorne. On behalf of HPS, I'd like to remind you that HPS is not responsible for any damage, defacement, or unseemliness to your parcel. Thank you for your patience, and please remember HPS for all of your future parcel-related needs.
Okay, sure thing. Spraying my bay with things. Oh, it's right here.
The ship used to be much quieter.
Shut up, Ada. HPS Halcyon Parcel Service. Use. Oh, man. Oh. Is that her hand?
Hawthorne, if you're getting this, something's happened to me. Got mixed up in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching. There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats. I think I'm close to figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money, was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna live to see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial drama. Only thing we're missing is a couple cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Ada, what's going on here? Money and intrigue, I'm sold. Nice of him to share the tip.
Lucky Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
Who is this guy? Ada. So are we going to talk about the severed arm on the kitchen table? And what's our next stop?
He was an old friend of Alex Hawthorne's. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
Well, yeah. I doubt this guy lost his arm filling out paperwork.
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system.
Wow, okay. Sounds promising.
This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
Noted. Let's get moving. Any chance he's alive?
Based on the condition of the limb, I calculate a 92.7% chance that Mr. Montoya expired from his injuries.
Just because you lose an arm doesn't mean you died. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay, then we're going to be careful.
Caution will be prudent, Captain. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
Okay, well, we got tons of stuff going on now. The crew seems to want to be cautious, except for maybe Felix. He's obsessed with those things. Okay, there's Gorgon. We've ended up getting like a ton of quests at the same time. Okay, so these are actually the 2 DLCs. This is our main quest. Perhaps we should complete what we were doing, but we want this one still. Alright. Let's go to Relay GB23. We shall use you. And Felix. Or no, him. Sorry, Felix. We're gonna use Max because he's got the hacking skills.
It's a touch different from the ones I've seen. Shouldn't be so hard to get it patched up, though.
This is an unmanned station, right?
Yeah. Well, according to all that stuff, it's an unmanned station.
Impressive as always.
Display unit status. Hostility level. Kill on sight. Okay. Update security routines. Begin charging cycle, please. Okay, so the robots should be going to charge now. We shouldn't have any issues there. If this is an unmanned station... Oh, I guess it would be a slightly manned station, wouldn't it be? Town and country. Looks like a nice suit we just got. But yeah, if it's an unmanned station, why would it have this type of stuff? Bed, a full kitchen, things like this. Phrase journal, a beautiful dream. Last night I dreamed, and it was beautiful. The streets of Byzantium were decorated with crimson streamers that laughed in the breeze. They asked me to take them, to give them to my special ones. I gathered the crimson in my arms and felt so alive, so happy. I turned and Delilah was beside me. I did not question why my supervisor was there, her eyes so full of the emotions I know she feels but dares not show at work. I wrapped her neck in crimson, tying it tight as a scarf on a cold day. so beautiful. Then the crimson on her neck opened as a second mouth and began screaming. When I awoke, I was scared. The dreams are so real now. And this time I recognized a face. I had to leave work early today. Every time I looked at Delilah, I heard a whisper in my mind about how beautiful she would look with a touch of crimson on her neck. Her neck. This must stop. This is not who I am. This is not who I will become. I must find help. Here. I thought you guys were charging. Can we get through this door? Probably not. I didn't think so. Okay, he's charging, but the others are not. I've had to start a new journal. This is Freed's journal, The Escape. I've had to start a new journal. I cannot read my previous entries without the whispers tempting me. The whispers do not stop. Every person I see, the whispers tell me to help them. They show me the pain and longing hiding in their eyes. They tell me how these people need the gifts I can give. All it would take is a few moments with a blade. A bright, bright, bright fountain of crimson to delight the eyes, and all of their pain would be gone. I could do it. I know how to help them. It gets harder and harder to stop myself. I saw a friend today, an old friend from school, who's now a doctor for Auntie Cleo. I told him about my dreams. Nothing outright. Oh no, I'm not so foolish as that. I told him it was an old book I'd found, and described my dreams and whispers as happening to a character in the book. I asked him how he'd help this character. He looked at me and he knew. He knew. The whispers told me to end his pain, and he'd tell. I got up and left quickly. I did not hurt him. Not. I have to leave Byzantium. He will tell. They'll come for me and lock me away. I must find a secret place, a place I can be alone, a place with no whispers. I have a feeling it's on this ship with us. We might be able to just avoid those. go through that hole in the wall real quick, because I think it just leads to there, but... Holy cow, that was a lot. This was an unmanned relay station. Why? Why is it that there are so many people things? You know what I mean? Like there's towels and there's a bed, there's food and drink. Phrase journal, the source. The whispers have a source, and I have found it. Found it. I have taken refuge on an orbital relay station. It's a smaller than workers' hovel. Barely a few thousand meters, square meters, but sufficient for my needs. I was able to flee Byzantium with enough bits to purchase supplies to last for decades. It was strange being among common people on the Groundbreaker. The whispers barely stirred at the sight of their ill-fed, scarred, and unwashed bodies. If only there were fewer fighters docking there, bringing real people from Byzantium, I could almost have made a home free of temptation. Free. As I made this place livable, or as much as it can be, I started hearing the whispers from the relay terminal. They told me to listen to the voices traveling through the ether to reach me, calling out to me to help them, alone, lonely, needing my help. I found a way to power down the transmitter. No more voices in the ether, and no more whispers. They fell silent. 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 This was not me. It's not. I am not this foul thing that I have feared for so long. It was the voices in the ether trying to make me hurt others, but I was stronger than they, and I have defeated them. Them. I have already begun making plans to return to my home. Now that the whispers are defeated, I can resume my life again. I can't wait to return. I miss my family and co-workers so much, especially Delilah. Well, we'll see, I guess, if we meet this guy, if he's better again or not. So he brought all this stuff here. But it still begs the question of, you know, like this. If it's an unmanned station, why is there a toilet? This one locked. Yep. Great work. Looks like the voices didn't stop. Either that or there were two people here. Let's go. There's the two robots that we found earlier. Nice little...
What happened here?
Poor fella. You think he did it to himself, Captain? That's real sad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Phrase journal, forgive me. I was so wrong. The whispers did not stop. Not. They have returned. They howl at me, demanding I return home and bathe the streets in crimson. Bright crimson, beautiful crimson. I can think of only one way to end this. End. Forgive me, Delilah. Alright. Activate relay transmitter. Routing power to transmitter array. Pathways are synced. Conducting power test. Power is stable. Initiating transmitter array diagnostic. Diagnostic reports that 26 of 28 arrays are functionally operational. Transmitting activation ping to the groundbreaker. Ping has been received. And that completes that. So we've reactivated transmitter. Relay station, that is. Now we can report, or go back to the Unreliable and tell, I forget her name, the good news. But before we do, I think we'll end this episode where it is, and we will go to our next quest, or back and finish this one over here. On the next episode. So, I will thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that YouTube wants you to do. I'd really appreciate it. If you didn't like the video for one reason or another, please do tell me why you didn't like it. Yeah, other than that, that's about it. So you have a good day, night, whatever it might be, and bye for now.